Yo, what's up guys? It's Noah here, and in today's video, I'm going to be talking through a couple MLB player props I like on Prizepicks for today's slate on Friday, June the 7th. We've got a full slate of MLB games tonight, as we usually do on Fridays, 15 games, so going to be plenty of props to choose from. I've got two early plays, guys, that I do like for tonight's slate, taking a first look at the board on Friday morning when I'm recording this video. If you guys do enjoy these Prizepicks videos, as always, make sure you hit that like button down below. I do appreciate the likes. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And if you guys are new to Prizepicks, and if you don't have an account on Prizepicks, you can sign up, linked down below in the description, or just use that promo code NOAH. When you sign up for Prizepicks, you'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. And we do also have a partnership with Sleeper. You guys can check out Sleeper, linked down below in the description as well, or use that promo code NOAH over on Sleeper. You'll get your first deposit matched up to $100. And if you don't know what Sleeper is, they are a DFS pick'em app similar to Prizepicks, where you pick over or under on player projections, you build out your entry, you can mix and match sports on Sleeper, so you can do entries from multiple sports, whether it be NBA, WNBA, MLB, NHL, whatever you want to, sports you want to choose from. Sleeper does offer a lot of the major sports. You can do that. You can mix and match sports, make a multi-sport entry, and you can win up to 100x your money on Sleeper. So if you guys do want to check them out, again, sign up, use that promo code NOAH, and you will get your first deposit matched up to $100. But let's go ahead and talk through the MLB props, guys, that I'm liking for Friday. Hopefully we can hit both these plays for Friday. It's been pretty bad lately, I'll be honest. MLB has not been treating me well. The two NBA plays we gave out in yesterday's video didn't hit either. So it's been a rough stretch lately, I'll be honest, but going to keep pushing through it, man. Just going to try and give you guys the best information, the best analysis I can, and hopefully these plays can come through for us. So looking at the first prop I'm liking for tonight, we're going to talk about a pitcher fantasy score, and I'm liking Chris Sale for more than 38 pitcher fantasy score. Now, there's actually two props I kind of like for Chris Sale, and the other prop I was looking at was his strikeout prop. Now, his strikeout prop was set at 6 earlier, and I was getting ready to make this video, and I was going to give out Chris Sale for more than 6 strikeouts, and then the line got bumped up to 6.5. So I don't like the strikeout prop as much, but I think if Chris Sale goes over strikeouts, he's got a pretty good chance of going over fantasy score as well. And there's definitely a possibility he doesn't get 7 strikeouts, but still goes over fantasy, especially if he gets a win, if he gets a quality start. Like, if you look at Sale's game log this season, so he had one start where he did not get 7 Ks, but had 46 fantasy score. It was against Cleveland. He pitched 7 innings, only allowed 1 run, had 6 strikeouts, but he did get a win, did get a quality start, had 46 fantasy score. And then there was 2 starts where he did not go over this fantasy score line, but did have 7 Ks. Against Philly, he pitched 5.1 innings, gave up 2 runs, had 7 Ks, 31 fantasy score, so didn't get a quality start. And then he pitched 7 innings against Miami, but gave up 5 runs, had 7 Ks, 27 fantasy score. Did not get a quality start in that game either. Didn't get a win in either one of those starts either. So if Sale gets a win, if he gets a quality start, I think we got a pretty good chance of him going over 38 fantasy score, and he could definitely do that without getting 7 Ks. But if you do play, or if you do bet somewhere that's not like Prizepicks, if you don't have fantasy score, I don't mind taking Chris Sale for more than 6.5 strikeouts here. I like both these props, but we're going to take the fantasy score, and let's talk about why I like this fantasy score for Chris Sale. So Chris Sale has been really, really good this season. He's been one of, if not the best pitcher in the league so far. He got absolutely blown up, though, in his last start against Oakland, but that's bound to happen. Sale wasn't going to continue to go out there and dominate every single start. Like, it's baseball, randomness happens, and it was bound to happen that Sale would get blown up at some point. But if you look at what Sale has done this season, he's gone over this fantasy score line in all but 4 starts this season. And the starts where he went under, he had 34 fantasy score against Arizona, 31 against Philadelphia, 27 against Miami, and then his last start against Oakland, he had 0 because he gave up 8 runs in 4 innings. I would expect Sale to bounce back here, especially in a pretty good matchup against the Nationals. Now, the Nationals have historically been a low strikeout team, but they've actually been striking out a decent amount against lefties this season. Washington does have a 22% K rate against lefties, which puts them 14th, so they're slightly above league average. And if you actually look over the last 30 days, the Nationals have been striking out even more against lefties, 23.2% K rate for Washington over the last 30 days, which actually puts them 6th highest in the league. So this Nationals team will strike out. And offensively, they're just not a team you really worry about offensively. Over the last 30 days, they have the third lowest WRC plus versus left-handed pitching. Most of their offensive metrics rank towards the bottom of the league. They rank 23rd in average versus lefties over the last 30 days. They rank 24th in on-base percentage. They rank, dead last in slugging. Like, this Nationals team does not have a lot of power in terms of OPS. They rank dead last in OPS. So I think it's not only is it a decent strikeout matchup for Sale, it's also a spot where you would not really expect him to get blown up, just because this Nationals team is just not that good of an offense. And if we look at Sale here, he's projected to go 6 innings. He's heavily favored for over 17.5 pitching outs. If he goes 6 innings, if he gives up 3 runs or less, he's going to get a quality start. And I think this is also a spot where we could see Chris Sale get a win, because the Braves are pretty big favorites in this game. Right now, Atlanta minus 207 money line favorites. Atlanta has a 4.5 implied run total for tonight. The Nationals, on the other hand, just a 3.2 implied run total. So Vegas not really expecting many runs from the Nats here. They are expecting some runs for the Braves. And like I said, if Sale goes 6 innings, gets a quality start, if he gets a win, he should have a pretty good chance at finishing with more than 38 fantasy score. I think I'd be okay playing this up to like 39.5. If it gets over 39.5, if it gets to like 40, then I probably would fade it. But I think I'm fine playing this up to like 39.5. Definitely think this line could be a little bit higher on Sale. Just love the matchup here. I like him to bounce back after a rough outing against Oakland last start. And like I said earlier, Sale has been dominant this season. All his metrics are great. If you look at on Baseball Savant, like his expected ERA, his expected batting average, his strikeout stuff, like his chase percentage, his whip percentage, his strikeout rate, like all his numbers are well above league average. So it looks like Sale has really, started to figure things out again. Sale kind of dealt with some injuries the last few seasons, but he seems to be fully healthy now, and he's pitching like he did, before he got injured. He was one of the best pitchers in the league before he started, suffering a bunch of injuries. Now he's back to pitching like, that pitcher that we've known him to be. So really like this spot for Sale. Like him to have more than 38 pitcher fantasy scores. So that'll be our first prop for tonight. And then the other prop that I like to pair with that is going to be a pitching outs prop. And we're going to look at Garrett Crochet. We're going to take him for more than 16.5 pitching outs. And let's talk through this prop on Crochet, why I'm liking this one. So Crochet's been going pretty deep into games lately, as you can see by his game log. He's gone 6 innings now in 4 out of his last 5 starts. And I believe he's actually gone 6 innings in 5 out of his last 6 starts. 5 out of his last 6 starts, he's gone 6 innings. So he's been pitching deeper into games. And if you look at his pitch count over that stretch, he's been throwing a decent amount of pitches. 88, 97, 89, 85, 91. And then in his last start against Milwaukee, he threw a season high 103 pitches. So it was really good to see Crochet throw over 100 pitches last start. That lets us know that he's got a pretty long leash and he can throw, close to 100, if not over 100 pitches, especially if he's pitching well. And the White Sox, they've had to use a lot of their bullpen lately. So anytime a team is coming into a game with a depleted bullpen, I'm always going to be interested in a pitcher's pitching outs, just because I think the team is more likely to leave the pitcher in the game longer if the bullpen is not very rested, and that's the case right now for the White Sox. So Crochet should have a pretty long leash here, and it's a really good matchup against Boston. Boston has been much worse against left-handed pitching this season. They actually lead the league in strikeout rate against lefties this season. This Boston team has been striking out a ton against lefties. As you can see, like if you look at Crochet, his K prop for today, it's 7.5. Obviously, the books are expecting a lot of strikeouts here for Crochet, but this Boston team's been striking out a ton against lefties. Offensively, they've been just kind of like a league average offense. They rank 14th in batting average. They rank 7th in on-base percentage, so they are getting on base a decent amount. They do have some power. In terms of slugging, they rank, where they rank in slugging. They rank 17th in slugging, so most of their offensive metrics are against lefties are about league average, maybe slightly above league average. But Crochet, kind of similar to Chris Sale, Crochet has been one of the best pitchers in the league this season. If you look at his advanced metrics on Baseball Savant, all of his advanced metrics are really, really good. He ranks 98th percentile in expected ERA, 96th percentile in expected batting average. All of his strikeout numbers are elite. 72nd percentile in chase percentage, 85th percentile in whip percentage. His 33.7% strikeout rate ranks 95th percentile. Ground ball rate, you would definitely like to see him getting more ground balls. His ground ball rate sits at 44.6%, which is slightly above league average. I do when I'm taking a pitcher from over pitching outs, I definitely would want them to get ground balls because that obviously, if you're getting ground balls, that can just lead to quicker outs. Whereas if you're giving up a bunch of line drives, a bunch of fly balls, those can obviously be hits versus, it's more likely a ground ball won't be a hit versus a fly ball. But either way, I think Crochet is in a pretty good spot here. He's just been pitching so well lately, been pitching deep into games, and now he faces a Boston team that is going to swing and miss, going to chase a bunch of pitches, will strike out a lot, and that's where Crochet really excels, is getting those strikeouts. I don't want to take his over 7.5 Ks today. It's just taking an over on a number that high always feels it just doesn't feel great. But his pitching outs prop I do like here. I think we can see Crochet go 6 innings once again, especially if he has a longer leash like he has lately. If he throws over 100 pitches like he did last start, he should have a pretty good chance at going 6 innings. So I like these as our 2 props for tonight, guys. Chris Sale, more than 38 pitcher fantasy score, and Garrett Crochet, more than 16.5 pitching outs. This is what we're going to run for Friday's slate. As always, I'll share more props for today. I share those over on Patreon. You can check out the Patreon linked down below if you are interested. But I know it's been rough lately. I'll be honest. It's been rough in the MLB streets. I've not been doing very well with my MLB props, but we're going to keep grinding it, man. Just keep putting in the work, do the research, find the best props I can, and hopefully, things will work out in the end. But lately, not been the case. But yeah, this is what I'm liking for Friday, guys. Let's try and hit both these plays, make some money tonight. I do always appreciate you guys watching these Prizepicks videos. Hit that like button down below if you did enjoy. Hit that subscribe button if you have not yet. And as well, guys, go check out Prizepicks, linked down below in the description. If you don't have an account on Prizepicks, you can use that promo code NOAH, and you will get your first deposit matched up to $100. But good luck, guys. Thanks as always for watching. Enjoy your weekend. We'll see you guys in the next video. Peace.